Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing? What's going on? What's good? How you been? How was your weekend? Did you get it in? Did someone get it in for you? Did a couple bills show up that you didn't expect to show up? What's going on, people? What's good? Okay, that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about this. Hmm. Have you ever met someone that you fell in love with, and then you start noticing something about them that you didn't notice before? You notice that there's something's wrong here all of a sudden. Okay, prime example. You met a guy or girl and you're in love with them and you're starting to notice something, that they seem to be a little jealous of you. Like they don't seem to be happy for your blessings. Like they're the kind of person who seems to be like everything you seem to do, they always seem to find a fault in it. There's something wrong in everything that you do. Because now the person that once loved you seems to be the person that seems to be against you now. So what's that all about? So I'm asking you, the prime example. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a person like me in a relationship with someone else. Okay, this is how it went. And I'm going about to school everyone on something, and if somebody don't like it, okay, I'm sorry. Get over it. I met a guy many moons ago. Not that far, many moons, but Anyway, so he's come from, we'll say college. Some people call it prison. But anyway, I met him and everything, and basically what he wanted to do, he wanted to try to get up on his feet. He tried to convince me to be with him and stuff like that. I said no. He said yes, give him a chance. He's not. Let me quote it. I'm not like other guys. Don't judge me by the guys you've been with in your past. I'm sure all the girls have heard that. Anyway, so my thing is, he tells me, says he's not like that and stuff like that. So I said basically no. So he chased me, chased me, chased me. Okay, bam, he finally got me. He's not like other guys. Okay, fine. He won me over. So then, of course, what I was afraid of, I was going to start being a provider for him. I noticed that he wasn't going to have enough money to provide for me, and to the fact that I was working, I knew that I was going to have to be the provider. So basically what I did was I started trying to put him on his feet. Now, once upon a time, everyone knows that when you put a man up on his feet or a woman, everybody starts looking good to them but you. Go figure. Anyway, what happened is, the person that I'm with now is taking advantage of me. The things I'm doing, I'm supposed to do it. I'm doing it to get you on your feet. I'm not doing these things because I'm supposed to do it. I'm doing these things because I care about you. And you told me that you were not like other guys. He wasn't. He was going to be worse. His whole goal was he had to network. And I was a part of the network. Well, anyway, long story short, it became very much of my blessings that I was giving to him that I was no longer giving to myself. I was handed over to him. He didn't appreciate it anymore. He felt like I needed to do that. That was my job now. So now that that's my job, and he told me, he said, I'm going to tell you something. After a month of being, of course, once you fall in love, then the real person comes out. He told me, he says, guys like me, felons, Felon, felons, we stay inside a prison. And you know what we do? We look for girls like you. Girls like you who are easy targets. We learned something about you transsexual girls. Y'all all want a man. And if we present ourselves the way you want in the form of our bodies and the way we're built and the way we're groomed and everything, we can get you. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to get to you. And of course there's girls out here too, not just transsexual, and probably some men. Because I've watched it all the way across the board. It's not just on one separate thing. But we seek you out and we find you. And once we find you, we work on you. And so basically what we're going to do is when we get what we want, we move on. But while the whole process of the time where you are all in love with me, I'm already networking. He's networking looking for someone else. Now you're thinking that you found a good man, you're calling your friends and you let everybody know he's really different. In reality, he wasn't. In some cases, I'm not going to say every man, because there's no such thing as every man that comes out of prison or falling low on their luck is a bad person. That's not true. But then there are a lot of them that it is true. And the sad part about it is too many of them that it is true. I mean, I got dudes that come up to me and stuff like that, and I mean, they all punk styling up in my face, and they all masculine and hard in front of their girls. And the thing about it is, my thing is, you sit back and you watch, you go, mm-hmm. and you see him with her, and you don't speak because you're coming for him. Unless you're one of the fierce girls, which I live for y'all. Y'all gonna let them know. But see, to me, I'm not gonna do that. Only because it's not that serious. If that's what you want to do and that's what you want to do it. But then again, I have been a bitch at times and I've ruined it. Because I feel like this, if you're gonna take our time to hurt me, bitch, then we both could be hurt together. But anyway, they become jealous of you. And all your blessings you give it to them and they're not giving it to you. They can't stand you. They want what you got. Now remind you, they're getting everything you got. You're getting nothing. But they're getting everything. And the sad part about it is, they get to walk away with everything you gave them. And you get to walk away with a broken heart. Everything you asked them not to do, they did it. If you only stayed on guard, stayed away. Everyone tells you this at Raven, you're never going to find anyone if you always keep your door closed. Sometimes the door is good closed. Sometimes you need to lock it. But I mean, it's a realization of it all. I mean, I didn't know these things. I didn't know guys inside of prison, sit back and look for girls that are well, I didn't have low self-esteem, so that's bullshit. I didn't have a low self-esteem. I already said what I wanted. But I should have stuck to my original plan. But just like everything in life, every time we try to do something comes along that challenges. We try to build a house. The rain comes. We try to buy a car. The insurance payments come. Everything is always challenged. We go to work. We finally found a job that we love. Here comes somebody inside the job that has to make your job a living fucking hell. We always have to be challenged. It just can't seem to go through an easy flow. And my thing is, it is what it is. But have you ever been in a relationship with someone and you've noticed that they start to act funny towards you? That they seem to be a little jealous of you and you don't like this thing that you're seeing, but yet you love them, so you try to close your eyes to it. I'd like to know what you think about that. I want to know if anybody's going through something like that. Like, of course I got rid of them. It was kind of easy, but I'm not going to tell you all that because I got a little on the wrong side of the law, let's just say that. I'm just not really one of them kind of bitches that really take things lying down. But I think it has a lot to do with what I am. Because, being who I am, we get discriminated on a lot, and we suppress a lot of anger. We don't care whether you've been to prison or karate school, we're going to get you. Anyway, and I don't condone violence. Violence is a very, very bad thing. But I'm going to be honest. Sometimes things that are very beautiful to you and very nice to you also been hurt like you. So if you come in at this person and your whole goal is to bamboozle them and to trick them, they may trick you. And you may gag. You may gag more than you thought. But anyway, I just want to know, have you ever been in a relationship with someone and you noticed that they start turning against you? They became very jealous of you. They didn't like your blessings. They didn't like the raise you got. They didn't like your outfits. Everything about you. You couldn't wash dishes right. You couldn't wash clothes right. You became too fat. You became too big. You became too bad in bed. You do this thing, but you don't do that thing right. Anyway, thanks for watching. And don't forget to subscribe. Catch the wave. And I do appreciate you listening. And I do appreciate your comments. And I do appreciate the people who actually watch my video. Because it's funny. When you don't, and you leave a comment, it's kind of obvious you didn't. Because it had nothing to do with what the hell I talked about. But here it is, what it is. Because you know why? You wanted to do you. You wanted to do you the best way you could. And if I didn't like it, then fucking. Anyway, it is what it is. Don't forget to catch the rain. Bye.